If you've spent any time online, you've probably seen the promise. Build one income stream, then sit back while the money flows in forever. Almost none of that is actually true. Today we're breaking down what passive income really means, where it falls apart, and what it actually takes to get closer to it. Search for passive income and you'll find endless promises of easy money. Set it up once, then never work again. That story sells courses and gets clicks, but it quietly skips over the years of effort, risk, and ongoing maintenance behind almost every real example. The fantasy isn't that passive income doesn't exist. It's that it's instant, effortless, and guaranteed. It's none of those things. Instead of thinking of income as either active or passive, it's more accurate to picture a spectrum. On one end is fully active income, where you trade hours directly for money, like a typical job. On the other end is truly passive income, where money comes in with essentially no ongoing effort. In between is a huge middle zone called semi-passive income, where you did real work upfront and now do lighter, ongoing maintenance to keep it running. Dividend investing and index fund investing sit closer to the passive end, but they still require you to first earn and save the money you invest, choose a sensible strategy, and periodically review it. Rental property is more semi-passive, since it can generate ongoing income but usually involves managing tenants, repairs, and paperwork, even if you hire help. Digital products, online courses, and content like YouTube channels often start as extremely active work, and even after launch, they usually need updates, promotion, or customer support to keep earning. The part most content leaves out is everything that happens before the income starts. Building an audience, learning a skill, saving enough capital to invest, or creating a product all take significant active effort, often for a long stretch with little or no payoff. What looks passive from the outside, someone earning money while they sleep, is usually the result of a long active phase that isn't shown. Even after an income stream is established, most so-called passive strategies still require occasional attention. Investments need periodic rebalancing or review. Rental properties need maintenance decisions. Digital products need updates as markets or platforms change. This ongoing, lighter touch effort is exactly what semi-passive means, and it's the honest description for most of what gets marketed as passive. True passive income is rare and usually requires substantial capital, time, or luck to set up. Owning a diversified investment portfolio for the long term is one of the closer examples, since after the initial saving and investing decisions, ongoing effort can be minimal. Even then, you're accepting market risk and the need for occasional check-ins, so passive doesn't mean risk-free or zero effort forever. If you go into any income-building strategy expecting instant, effortless results, you'll likely quit right when things get hard, which is usually the point right before progress shows up. A more useful mindset is to expect an active building phase, followed by a maintenance phase that's lighter but not zero. Judging your progress by that realistic timeline, rather than an unrealistic fantasy, makes it much easier to stay consistent. Start by being honest about which phase you're in. If you're building something new, expect active, sometimes tedious work, and treat that as the price of admission rather than a sign you're doing it wrong. As the income stream matures, look for ways to systemize, delegate, or automate parts of it, which is how active income gradually shifts toward the semi-passive end of the spectrum over time. Passive income isn't a myth entirely, but the easy, effortless version most people picture almost never matches reality. Understanding the real spectrum, from active effort to semi-passive maintenance, helps you set expectations that actually match how income gets built. If this gave you a clearer, more honest way to think about your money, subscribe for more videos on money mindset and building real financial habits that last.